bounty rune trade, maybe even 4.
What do you make? Oh, I'll hold that thought. If they wrap all the way around on Arme top, important
really
Clockwork's
good.
positioning, and yeah, exactly
pincer.
right. Look at the space that Hokori play with Theological all the way around, straight on top of Arme. That was the prime target. They needed the Clockwork to get on top of the Terrorblade. With him doing just that, it enables Lumiere to find.
So that's a split pair of Eidolons right now next to Faith Beyond. And yeah, I think Hokori should be feeling reasonably satisfied with how these lanes are going. They're tossing back Theolocore to try and get a kill anyway, just because of how they feel another kill should have been obtained so far, and they might be able to secure it yet.
Looks like Lumiere didn't have enough mana to be able to maybe prevent them from continuing forward with the Razors, so first kill of the game is going to be picked up from PSG.LGD.
Oh, this
You're gonna have
they're going for another kill.
Lumiere, toss back, Faith Beyond. This time he's got some more Eidolons to be working with, Melphis as well. Shinkyu needs to get in front of the Shadow Fiend. He'll cut off to the left side here. It's going to enable an angle to block in Lumiere. Beautifully done as PSG.LGD. We saw some scary first. Show some respect here. Wyatt should be killed off underneath the tier 1 tower. Looks like Gardic's going to do it from afar. Vitali will finally step back in. They've got the Grave, in fact, to continue to stall this out. Let's see if the Thunder Gods is going to be used. It's not enough, and now Vitali gets enough experience thanks to the kill onto the Dazzle. So now he's got the first split of the game to work with.
3 deaths for
that'll
Arme.
secure the kill onto Arme. 3 deaths on the Terrorblade to start, and meanwhile, Analog mid lane use the boat as well. He's trying to chase down Nothing to Say, who might be forced to go for a deny into the neutrals. The rest of the team starting to connect. Shinkyu as well has the toss to send him away. He's actually going to send him the tower instead. Oh no! Not that way, because Theolocore can step in, just close the distance onto the Zeus. And now Analog, he's going to be able to escape as well. Theolocore has the clock.
Well, it's Theolocore. 15 seconds left on the hook shot. So.
Okay, Split's gonna come out. Faith Beyond was attempting to try and step in with the threat of the black hole. They're gonna turn to deal with Arme. Someone needs to address the Dazzle though. He'll be able to utilize the Grave to protect Arme for the moment. So the Sunder's gonna give him bonus health to play with now on the Terrorblade, and Vitali needs to try and get some distance away. But the Primal Split soon to expire. They'll use the Thunder God's Wrath as well, just to scout him out in the tree line. So PSG.LGD, the first big skirmish victory for them as all 4 heroes show up.
Yeah, that's completely different if they just have the...
They do have a very nice ward in the jungle. Of course, the potential for them to be able to push is through the roof as well. So they're just making sure they put themselves in a position where if Hokori all show top, they can try and trade. There's nothing to say. Quick figures with the Yule Scepter. It'll hold Analog back, but he didn't know that Theolocore was in the neighborhood as well. So another hook shot on the mark here for the Clockwork, catching out Nothing to Say, who's having a really difficult time at entering this game.
It's up so much.
Well, Faith Beyond, that's an aggressive TP
There's
straight into the middle. But Shinkyu with the toss back, a lot of damage onto the Conqueror at the moment, but Analog is able to pop to BKB. Now Theolocore once again is able to jump into the middle of the fight. The Yules will be able to counteract the Requiem, but Lumiere with the right-click damage is starting to rack up. They need to avoid Arme, that's where the Cyclone's able to come into play. But can they address the rest of PSG.LGD now? They'll turn to deal with the Wraith Pack, and as soon as that killed off, it looks like PSG.LGD have concerns with their positioning, so they're going to look to back up, cutting their losses in 2 members. But Faith Beyond, he might have an angle for the black hole. He's trying to find an opening to enter the fight, but the cogs will block him from finding that opening as Hokori bring down 3 members, and they lose no one.
They lose no one. They retain the Aegis. You get rid of the Terrorblade's Manta Star.
Will net them no value.
Dire's bottom tower is under
They
attack.
tried to... I want to say they tried to go for another play. This is just Hokori playing really effectively around their vision, especially considering the fact that you've got some of these instant jumps onto the back line. Going to be enabled even further once guarding.
Talon mid lane might be in trouble. Bottom lane, Nothing to Say, blows him up with the help of Shinkyu, and now Arme's even going to TP in. They see Gardic in the tree line, and another kill going the way of PSG.LGD. Beautifully done from them. They're going to be able to defend their tier 2 tower, and now look to get the rest of the map pushed out.
Yeah,
Great angle. They're going to know where they are, though, with the Rocket Flare path. Arme the first one. They'll see him for the moment with the vision. They're going to try and position to the left side. Analog wants this outpost for the potential of the buybacks, but Xingqiu, they group up. A double avalanche. They're not going to be able to have the follow-up damage. Army to the middle, but the instant use of the Cyclone. Unable to continue to right-click Heroes for the moment, so Hokori will continue to kite Army and go to the left side instead. As they blow up Faith Beyond. No Enigma for the team fight. Let's see how they can still take this. Army once again cycloned in the air. The ultimates are going to expire from Vitalis. The Clockwork just runs into the middle straight to Arme. The raid boss of the Terrorblade standing his ground off the back of the BKB. A Winter's Curse will buy them some time, but it's not the full duration. So Arme, he can get back to work. He can continue to right-click down the Hokori members as Analog will fall. They even bought back on Theolacor, but he was unable to re-enter the team fight. So in the end, fight now. If you can catch up the Terrorblade.
Angle do they go though? Look at where they're pinging. They want to go the full wraparound. Great positioning from Vitali.
Instant use of the Thunder Gods as well. Scouts out the Primal, but they jump in from Theolacor and might give him enough time to get the Primal split up, but Arme just turns and starts to right-click the members down. Bye-bye Winter Wire, and is going to buy back to look to rejoin. But how do they address Arme at the moment? Lumia's going to be into the middle, charging up the Requiem, but the Grave from Y might give him a time for the Sign of the Black Hole as well. Arme's alive, and now they can turn it around. As a right clicks are going to work. Lumia will fall, and the rest of Hokori will join him in the grave as PSG.LGD. They were seconds away from losing the team fight, seconds away.
Look to punish you, right? Their individual plays, their understanding of vision around the map, and they punished Hokori very effectively.
This is a slight window with the Metamorphosis on cooldown as Theolacor finds the opening onto Faith Beyond once again, but the BKB still yet to be completed. So they'll get a big kill onto the Enigma. Let's see if they can catch up to Xingqiu as well. The Blink coming up shortly, but Gardic and Lumiere able to get the damage off to be able to prevent that. So Hokori will at least get 2 kills and the gem.
Alright, nice little bonus there. Do they see it?
Maybe.
Oh, Faith Beyond sees it. Doesn't seem like Hokori do as well. Pesky nighttime, man. He's got many avenues to be able to escape. Blink Dagger, E-Blade, Dual Scepter, Aeon Disc, the jump as well. So they're trying to bait him a little bit here. They won't spot out anyone.
Arme on the charge. They got the vision. Arme, he's just going to jump up the higher ground. Targets Gardic down first. A Cold Priest will keep him alive, but nothing to say. Instantly blows him up, and up with the toss back as well onto Vitali. There'll be no split to protect the Brewmaster. And now they're on to more as Faith Beyond might be able to run into Analog in the tree line. Nice. So, very interesting plays from them. We do have a double damager in down bottom as well. So, I mean, you're already far enough ahead. They got a DD on Arme as well to play with.
And the bottom lane pushing in.
It's important if he can dispel it, but Guardian again, the person that's going to be caught out. They need the Winter Wyvern in this team fight. The save along with the curse to potentially deal with Arme is vital for them, but they will not have him.
This is the threat.
And Arme, he's just going to jump into the T4 tower. A couple of crits. Oh my, Arme just cleans up Analog. And Xingqiu is going to fall up as well, grouping them all together. Faith Beyond's waiting for the opening. Vitali will be able to play with the split, but Arme protected with the BKB for the moment, so he's able to reposition. They found the Dazzle though. Wire's going to be caught out for the moment. Buying a little bit of space, going to be nothing to say. Once again, the toss to force them to group up. As they're in with the black hole, it'll be stopped in its tracks. A lot of damage thanks to the Winter's Curse, but they've lost Lumiere. They've lost the main damage source, and the rest of the components are going to crumble as soon as the Shadow Fiend gets buried 6 feet under. As PSG.LGD can now look to close out this game 1, and yep, they've done it. GG's are called, and PSG.LGD, they will start off their TI 11 run with a victory.
They'd be sweating a little bit though. Hokori made them work for it. I mean, they had the win probability.